miss any of this, are you?
I'm not missing anything.
All right, let's do this. Welcome to the first ever podcast of the... No, hold on. Let's do it again. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Manny Yells podcast. I'm your host, Reed Maxwell. I do not claim any association by any other names you may associate with the name Reed or Maxwell anywhere else on this campus. This is the first ever podcast episode of this. We are highly more professional than anything else you've ever seen. I hope you enjoy. Our first topic of today, there was two students that got into a fight in their philosophy class. They were bickering about who's teacher's favorite, and I guess it got a little heated. One thing led to another, and both ended up on the ground in scraps. It is a horrific scene. You will see more of it in our Ivory Buffalo newspaper article. And is this guy sleeping? You're kidding me, right? You're gonna be cool for the shoot? You're awake?
Yeah, sorry, dude. I just took a melatonin right before this shoot. I got you.
Okay. I don't know why you do that, but all right. As long as you're good, let's get back into it. Where were we? Right. Philosophy students in coming to blows. I mean, both of them were fighting over who would be the teacher's favorite, I suppose, the professor's favorite. They decided that this needed to escalate to a point. They were so passionate about the who was whose favorite that, but I mean, like, come on, what are we talking about? Like, why does it have to get to the point where two students have to fight? I mean, I guess depending on the professor, maybe A's really are worth a couple battle scars, thrown down in the engineering wing, I believe it took place in. But how can it come to this point where students feel the need to be aggressive with each other, to come to the point where they need to actually fight each other over something so petty as favoritism amongst the professor? Well, actually, the more I think about it, actually, I do need a couple A's. My prerequisites are looking a little rough. Yeah. If the person who won ends up getting a little more favoritism, you mind if I steal your idea? I'm just saying, I could use a little bit of a benefit here. But yeah, enough about me. Like I was saying, how will the faculty deal with this? Does this set a precedent? Is this going to be happening all over the place now? Students fighting in classrooms in the middle of class? Just friendly debates turned into actual fisticuffs? Who knows? But going forward, I sure hope that this is the end of it, and that this campus doesn't become known for students who beat each other up. On to the next one. So a bit of a shift here in stories from in-class brawls to the Weather Network. Winnipeg just recently experienced a weather phenomenon, something that I don't think any of us have ever seen. Meteorologists say that all 4 seasons had been compressed down into 3 hours. You can find more on the story of it in the Ivory Buffalo, airing this April 1st. It talks about how earlier we literally experienced spring, summer, winter, and fall in such a short amount of time. It took people by such surprise. It almost shows the veracity of Winnipeg weather. We have it no worse than anyone else. Or I guess we say we have it worse than everyone else. How on earth can we be so targeted by weather? Our very city seems to be almost like cursed with how violent our weather can be to each other. We get spring to lay down the water. Then what came next? Was it winter? I don't know. I wasn't outside. I was too busy in here doing this for way too long. But besides the point, even if I don't go outside, there's plenty of students that did go outside and just started being, harassed by the weather, of all things. How on earth does that even happen? Our meteorologists, I hope, are looking into this. If it was just designated to our fair city or if it was widespread, I don't know yet. We'll get more updates on that. But furthermore, we should researching this. How can such a weather phenomenon happen to us? I mean, we're in the prairies. A Chinook can come over the mountains all at once, but how do we get to this? How do we get to 30 degrees one way, negative 30 the other? I mean, that's like unheard of. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Like, did the trees grow back?
Do you guys smell something?
I don't. What happened with the trees? Like, did they physically grow? Oh, that's not good. I apologize, everyone. Some very minor technical difficulties. The studio caught on fire. We've remedied the problem. We'll be good going forward. Don't worry. This next article we're talking about, because I don't remember what the other one was talking about, because, fire. A raccoon has been found stealing art. Yes, you heard that right. A raccoon has been found stealing art. From the school art gallery on April 1st, the suspect and his getaway driver, a Canadian goose, they are teaming up. This is man versus nature at this. Call in Bear Grylls. Get him out of retirement. We need him in here to help deal with our art thief. What would the communication between a raccoon and a goose even look like? Like, aren't both of them, like, I mean, try approaching a goose normally as a human. I mean, I've tried on this campus. It never goes well. I've got too many scars from that. And raccoons, I mean, they're kind of approachable, I guess. You can see them, like, tending to people's garbage. But now, like, they're teaming up to steal art. What for? What do a raccoon and a goose have to do with art? Especially from our students. Our lovely students. The amazing art they put out. And then they just get their grubby little paws all over it. Like, what do they do? Like, selling it? For what? Garbage? You can find that anywhere. Are they, like, I don't know, taking a trip down to Florida? Just ride the goose. I mean, I guess it is coming up to springtime now. So they are coming back, so I guess maybe it's a little late. But, like, seriously, like, what are they going to hit next? Are cafeterias? Is this just, like, the first instance of them stealing from us? Like, I don't understand why this is even a possibility. Like, did they pick the locks to get inside? We don't. What are you doing?
Looking for a good angle now.
You're in frame.
Sorry.
You're good. All good. That just threw me off. Where was I? Before we get into the last article of this very well done, highly produced, and not disaster project that is this podcast episode, I'd like to quickly point out that the Ivory Buffalo is a prestigious and highly reputed source of information you can find around on campus. This podcast, though one of a kind, will be your source of information going forward, and I will be the main host. Any association with anyone else named Max or Reed is purely coincidental, as their podcast format is infinitely inferior to ours. This last article that we were talking about is Disney decided to do a live-action remake, as they tend to be, of Zootopia, featuring wild animals on set, running about, doing their own thing, but apparently it turned a little dark. There's some interactions between animals that, I mean, like, come on, any of us could have predicted. Why would you put wolves and rabbits in the same set and just kind of, like, let them run loose? You can read more on the article in the Ivory Buffalo, but it was just an absolute disaster, apparently. Maybe someone will be able to fix it in post-production. I mean, whoever has to do that, it's not like a fire caught on their set or anything, but yeah, like the movie itself can possibly be saved. Will it be a children's movie? I don't know. By the sounds of it, it sounds a little disastrous. Maybe it'll become a cult classic. Maybe it'll be one that is revered for the ages and be put into film studies and in film schools. It would be quite remarkable if this could actually make a recovery, though. I think animal control laws on set will probably be completely revamped from the top to bottom after this. Reading this article was entertaining, informative, and a little scarring, I think is the right word. The act of what had to go into to put these animals on set seems like it was just maybe, I mean, who could have predicted that this would happen? realistically, probably a lot of people could have predicted that this would have happened. But honestly, you know, mistakes happen. People learn. This is how things happen. This is how we break down boundaries and break down walls, regardless of if innocent animals have to die or not. The act of this happening. What's going on here? What's going on here? Did you just break a camera?
Yeah.